So I'm back with NCERT Maths Class 9 Chapter 1 Number System and Exercise 1.2. The next question, that's question number 5. Let's get started. Welcome to Vishwablooms. So the question is, show how you will represent root 5 on number line. So we can say that root 5 is an irrational number. Right? So for representing an irrational number on number line, but rational numbers directly we can draw the line and we can represent, but irrational numbers we need to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So Pythagoras theorem is done only for right angle triangle. So I'm just drawing the rough one. It is not so equal. So let's name it. It's here A, B, C. So this is the hypotenuse. This is opposite and other one is adjacent. Right. So now for here it is root 5. Means first we have to check for 5. First let's forget about the root for now. So in which cases when two numbers are added up, you get 5. One is 2 plus 3 you get and 1 plus 4. And 5 plus 0 you do. You cannot have 0 in triangle. 0 centimeters will not be there. 0 meters or whatever it is there. So you have to take one number, particular number. See, for that also you should have squares. You should make some numbers. You should have some squares wherein you get result. You will be resulting these numbers. 2 square, I probably say that root 2 doesn't exist, and root 3 also we will not have. It is irrational numbers, right? 1 square is 1. 4, 2 square is 4. Right? This is to be made clear. See, 2 cannot be written in any square and 3 also cannot be. Right? So we are taking 1 square and 2 square now. Why have written in squares? Because Pythagoras theorem just says everything in squares. Right? I'll write the formula, that is hypotenuse square equals to adjacent square. I'm writing in shortcuts. Plus opposite square, right? So this is the formula. Everything you have square. So that's why we have to make this particular number into square of some other number. Hope it was clear. Now hypotenuse we don't know this part. Now I have took two sides, 2 square and 1 square. So 2 square plus 1 square. Either ways you can take. So here I am taking 2 and here 1. Right. So either ways I have written. It's fine. It's not going to be a deal. Now hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC. AC square is equals to adjacent square, that is AB square plus BC square. So this is the formula of Pythagoras theorem. So now AC square equals to 4 plus 1. Yeah, you got these numbers which add up 5. So like that we have to think of numbers, okay? And AC equals to, AC square equals to 5 and AC equals to root 5. I have just simplified what is the result which you are going to get when you do the Pythagoras theorem. So hypotenuse is going to be root 5. So therefore these two numbers which I have thought of are right. This was the verification for that. Now, without making any late, let's get into that process. First, take your ruler. You should be very careful about the units, whichever you are using. So let's get continued. First, you should draw a line. You can look, I have drew a little small. Now, just mark your units. Here in rational numbers, when you are marking rational numbers, you take some estimated value, but here it should be exactly perfect. So I'm taking 2 units. It's your wish to have any number of units. So just taking write numbers here. Like here we need surely 2, 1 and except some numbers. Yeah, I have done. Now let's go to the construction part. First, construct a perpendicular bisector from 2. So from 2, just make a semicircle first. Without changing the radius, put on this point of the number line and make a arc, draw arc. Then again from this arc of the semicircle and arc intersect, there again you should place that pointer and draw one more arc. Now just draw another from here to top. If you want, you can just change the radius a bit, very little. From there and also from this point, just take it. Now there is an intersection. Take a ruler scale and just mark it exactly. You're going to get 90 degrees. Okay, so just make a straight line. Then what you're supposed to do is, from this point where the arcs intersect and the line goes, make a line, draw a line from that point to 0. Right? So this is the hypotenuse. That is root 5. We had that right angle triangle like this, right? And I told this was the hypotenuse. So this was our right angle triangle where we did the previous process. So hypotenuse was root 5 and this will be 1 unit then. And here you have 2 units. Okay. So take this point where you drew that line and just take the measure of it using a compass. So it's this much. So from point 0, you should just make an arc. Okay. And therefore this point where this arc and the number line join, that is root 5 on number line. So therefore it is done. Thank you. And we'll look at the next question in the next video.